All right, we're here, Lazy Days. So, right, we got another special guest, very special guest today. これは今度通訳も入れますので、ゆっくり行きましょう。All right, Lazy Days, and now our special guest is all the way from El Salvador から来ました。Now, how do I pronounce it? Diego Alejandro Dalton?
Dalton, yeah.
Dalton. Dalton is the only name that we use in America, huh?
Yeah.
はじめまして。
はじめまして。
So, you're from El Salvador?
I'm from El Salvador, born and raised.
Born and raised. エルサルバドルから来ています。中南米の、where did you place it? Right in the center of Central America, is it?
We're in the middle of the Americas. We're surrounded by Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua a little bit. So we're the smallest country in the entire continent.
一番小さい国なんですよ。南米と中南米で。周りにはグアテマラ、ニカラグア、ホンドラスの周りにあるんで、それで南向けなんです、国が。だから下からたくさん波が入ってくるので。You guys face south.
That's true, yes.
So you have a lot of waves, swells being generated in the South Pacific.
We have lots of swells that come from the south, and also the way that the coast was generated by the tectonic plates, the Cocos, and the Caribbean plate, and the Ring of Fire. That makes a very rugged coastline, which is perfect for this, point breaks that we have.
いろんなプレートがあるから、それ3つのプレートが重なっているところだから、海岸線がギザギザでたくさんポイントの向きがあるんですよ。That gives great opportunity for different places to catch the waves, to catch the swells, if it's jagged coast like that.
Definitely, and also for different types of surfers, from beginners to advanced and professionals. And so that's what we're trying to, make it a surfing destination, not for just, one type of surfer, but for every type of novice surfers and everybody that wants the sport and they love the sport.
地形がすごくね、恵まれてて、ビーチブレイクもあるし、ポイントブレイクもあるし、初心者でも、中級者でもプロのレベルの全部の波があるから、これからはもうサーフィンのデスティネーションで仕事してて、これからこのキャンプなんかもね、もっと増やしていくって言ってるんですけど、How long is the history of surfing in El Salvador?
Surfing started in El Salvador back in the 60s, but it really picked up in the 70s during the surfing exploration days.
60年代からサーフィン始まってるんだけど、70年代みんなサーファーがもう旅に行って探しに行ってる時に、そこから始まったって感じだね。
And in the 70s, that's when it really became, El Salvador became a surfing mecca in Latin America. A Hollywood big production was shot there in parts. Big Wednesday.
そうです。70年代にすごいサーファーがいろんなとこから来るようになって、で、ビッグウェンズデーって映画あるんですけど、その映画の中では言ってないけど、実はあれエルサルバドーで撮影してるの。Yeah, I heard that from one of the people that were in the movie called Mark Martinson, ex-champion, and he told me that he was down at El Salvador.
I mean, there was a lot of people coming from California to El Salvador, and that's how it really became known. There was a lot of Americans that, decided to move to El Salvador. So some of them, they own, small hotels or restaurants, and they just enjoyed the surfing in El Salvador for the rest of their lives.
だからアメリカ人が引っ越してきて、もうキャンプなんかやったり、そういうコミュニティを作って、それから始まったんだと。What's the population in El Salvador?
We have a population of about 6.5 million people in our country, and then we have roughly 3 million people living abroad.
6.5 ミリオンが人口なんですけど、でもその半分、3. 何ミリオンは外にエルサルバドルじゃない他の国で暮らしてる人だ。9だね。9 million ぐらいなんだよね。And how many surfers do you have?
Well, I wish I had that exact number for you. It's a sport that is growing recreationally and also professionally, but it's something that in the last decade it started to pick up a lot more.
The last
10 years, it's really started to pick up more. Actually, from the beginning of this century, it started to go up and up, a little by little.
サーフィンの人口ももうこの10年で一番すごい伸びてるんですって。その前も2000年ぐらいから少しずつ伸びてきたんだけど、この10年間ですごい人口がサーフィン人口伸びて。Now, how's the surf camp and situations like that? Is there lodging along the coast?
we have about 9,000 hotel rooms in our country. And that varies from eco hotels, boutique hotels, luxury resorts, and also business hotels. The last two, they're more in the capital city, but that's not too far. It's only 30 minutes away from the beaches in La Libertad, in Surf City.
9,000 hotels?
Hotel rooms.
9,000部屋あるんですって。でいろんなレベルがあるんだけど、街の中行ってキャピタルの方に行くとビジネスホテルなんかあるんだけど、海岸線の方はリゾートホテルやブティークホテルなんかたくさんあるんだよ。And how many of these are geared towards surfers? What percentage of these?
Well, there's a lot, you know, the ones that are along the coast. They're targeted for surfing, and you have there the hostels, apartments, you know, for long stays, and you have different variety of hotels as well. Now you have nicer, more boutique style hotels, but it depends. There's a variety for every sort of budget as well.
もう海岸線のホテルはすごい高級のもあるし、ブティークのもあるけど、ローバジェットのホステルみたいなところもあるから、どんなバジェットでもエルサルバドルサーフに行けるんですね。What's the most famous surf spot in El Salvador?
Well, it's hard to say, but there's many. You know, Punta Roca, which is one of the most famous and one of the top 10 waves in the world. El Sonsal, La Bocana, El Sonte, Las Flores, Punta Mango. Las Flores is also considered one of the top waves in the world. So there's plenty of spots for surfers. And those are just the famous ones. There's also more that are less famous, but also are great for surfing and enjoying the waves.
今言ったポイントの名前全部なんですけど、僕その中でプンタローカっていうのは昔から聞いたことあるんだけど、プンタローカの場合、we've always heard about プンタローカ。
Yeah. It has a long ride break, and that's why it's famous for that long ride.
プンタローカって本当レギュラーなんですけど、すごく長く乗れる波なんだよね。だから本当にこういうとこ行くともう一本乗ったらまた歩いて戻るって感じぐらいの長い波なんで、でも本当そういういろんなポイントがあって、今までまだ見つかってないポイントもすごいたくさんあるんですって。だからなんかそういうエクスプロレーションして自分でも探しに行くっていうのもまだチャンスがあるんだよね。Wow, that's pretty interesting. And how about contests? You've had contests recently.
Yes, we have. And back in 2019, we started with the stand-up paddleboard ISA World Championship. And then 2021, we had the ISA World Surfing Championship, which was the last competition to qualify for Tokyo 2020. And this year, we're hosting the ISA Youth Championship. And also, for the first time ever in El Salvador, the World Surfing League will have its championship tour come to Punta Roca.
Wow. Wait, the first one you had was stand-up paddleboarding?
Yes, it was.
You won the 2019?
2019, yes.
2019年に初めてスタンダードパドルボードのコンテストをやって、2020年、2020 you had
21.
21?
The ISA World Championship.
ISA World Championship をそこでやって、で今度 WSL が来る。WSL is coming up.
It's coming to town, yes.
Wow, you're in the league then.
For the first time, we're in the league, and we're super proud of it. And we also, you know, this competition. Most of these athletes, all of them, they were there last year. So for them, it's a homecoming again.
Back, huh?
Yeah.
でも本当あれですよね。WSL が大会やるってことは、本当絶対サーフィンマップに乗るってことだよね。これからも有名になるんじゃないかな、そういうことやると。でね、why are you guys pushing surfing? What is this? What is the president a surfer?
Well, the president is not a surfer, but he's a young visionary president.
大統領が若くていろんなビジョンを持ってるから、僕はね、なんでサーフィンにその力入れてるのかって聞いたら、大統領が若くて。
He saw that we had a natural wave machine that it's hard to replicate. So with that, we started to develop Surf City, and the project is to develop the entire coastline, and in tourism and in restauranting and other areas and other sectors that will combine with what we offer in other parts of our country.
だからもう本当ね、波がすごいたくさんある国だから、それを大統領がこれをちょっとマーケティングしたらいいんじゃないかなっつって、だから他のエルサルバドルの他の見に観光客も来るんだけど、これから海のそういうリゾートをもっともっと増やしていって、海に遊びに来るために開発していくって言ってた。But Salvadorian surfers, right? Yeah.
There are.
Lots of surfers, obviously.
There are a lot of recreational surfers and professionals. We have a few that stand out. One of them is Brian Perez, who came here to Miyazaki in 2019 to compete. And then, of course, he represented El Salvador in 2021. And so he's our top surfer at this moment. But there's other professional surfers that are, extremely well at what they do.
今、ブライアン・ペレズっていうプロのサーファーがやっぱりエルサルバドル一番なんですけど、彼も日本に2019年に宮崎にも大会にも来てて、これからも、ね、伸びていくんじゃないかなって。It's interesting because, a country that can promote surfing like this, it's like Bali,
Yes.
Yeah, they promoted it and that brought everybody with that. So how about what are you doing about sustainability and eco? Do you have like ecotourism there too?
We do have ecotourism. Sustainability is one of the main objectives also of this government, to make tourism sustainable. And that means, to give all the infrastructure that we want to build and we're building for the future, it has to have the sustainability as one of the top priorities. So that's the road that we're taking as well.
いやサステナビリティはどうですかってエコツーリズムどうですかって聞いたらこのエルサルバドルとしてこれからの開発はサーフィンでもサステナビリティが一番大事なキャッチフレーズなんですよ。だからそれが大事に守りながら開発していきたいと。それで広げていきたい。That's great that a country is thinking like that.
We have to now. I mean, we see the effects of what's happening with the climate change and the changing patterns. So, and we are a very small country that we're very vulnerable. So we recognize that sustainability and being conscious of what we're doing is a very important step for us to have a future.
小さい国だからそういうグローバルウォーミング温暖化なんか見たりしてそういろんな世界のいろいろ問題を見てやっぱりサステナビリティが大事で小さい国は特に大事だからこれからそれを守って国としてサーフィンだけじゃなくて国としてやっぱり重要なことだなって言ってます。Well, that's great. Well, I hope I get down there to surf soon.
Well, I want to invite everybody here in Japan to come to Surf City. I think that right now we're living difficult circumstances, because of the pandemic. But still, in El Salvador, we have, the Safe Travel Destination certificate. So that means that anybody can enjoy Surf City and surfing in our country. And, so we want to invite you to come to El Salvador, enjoy the great waves. Thank God, well, because we're a tropical country, it doesn't matter what time of the year you go, you always have warm weather and warm water. And the waves are always pumping.
いや本当皆さんに来てもらいたいです。今ねいろいろコロナのことになっちゃってるんですけど、そういうセーフカントリーとして行けるから。And you said you're part of the thing where it's considered safe for the corona. Is it?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the Safe Travel Destination is a certificate that it is given by the WTTC. And they are the board that make sure that all the biosecurity measures are taken in every aspect of the chain of services that we provide as a country for tourism.
だから観光客を相手している国としてはWTTC っていうのがあってオーガニゼーションがそれ決めるんですよね。この国はちゃんと安全のことを守ってるや安全にしようとしてるっていうそこのメンバーになってるからできるだけそういうバイオの安全のことを考えて進めています。ということだね。Well, okay, well, great. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, George.
And El Salvador, let's see you in El Salvador. Right?
Please, everybody come to Surf City. We invite you, we welcome you. Come surf the waves of the pros. El Salvador, it's the smallest country, but with the best waves in the world.
Surf City に来てください。エルサルバドルは小さい国だけど、世界で一番いい波がたくさんありますよって。だからぜひ遊びに来てください。Well, Surf City, here we come.
Thank you. Here we come, Surf City.
Thank you. Lazy Days, 登録お願いします。